Have you ever scrolled through a crypto exchange and spotted a token trading for a fraction of a cent? Maybe you've caught yourself thinking, if this ever hits $1, I'll be set for life. It's a tempting thought, and one that's crossed the minds of countless investors and dreamers alike. You're definitely not alone, especially when it comes to Shiba Inu, the meme coin that's captured the imagination of millions around the world. The SHIB army is legendary for its passion, memes, and sky-high price targets. But there's a lot more to this story than just a low price tag and viral hype. The real question isn't simply about how cheap a single token is, it's about something much bigger: market capitalization, or market cap. Market cap reveals the true size, scale, and potential of Shiba Inu. It's a metric that tells us far more than the price of a single token ever could, and it's what serious investors pay attention to. This is the lens professionals use to evaluate every crypto project, from the giants like Bitcoin and Ethereum to the latest meme coin sensation. As of February 2026, Shiba Inu remains a top player in the crypto world, but its journey has been a wild ride, full of explosive gains, sharp corrections, and relentless energy from its community. To figure out where Shiba could go next, we need to look under the hood and examine what really drives its value, beyond just price speculation. In this video, we'll break down the numbers, the massive supply, and the real math behind what it would actually take for Shiba Inu to reach those viral price targets everyone's talking about. So let's dive in and uncover the real story behind Shiba Inu's valuation, separating the facts from the hype once and for all. Imagine you're walking down a busy street and spot two pizza shops. One offers slices for just $1, while the other charges $10 for a single slice. At first glance, you might think the $10 shop is raking in more money, but that's not always the case. If the $1 shop sells 1,000,000 slices, and the $10 shop only sells 1,000, the cheaper slice shop is actually the bigger business, moving far more product and making more overall revenue. That's exactly how market cap works in crypto. It's not about how much each token costs individually, but about the total value of all tokens combined. The price per token can be misleading if you don't consider the bigger picture. Market cap equals price times circulating supply. This simple formula is the foundation for understanding the real size of any crypto project. A low token price usually means there are tons of tokens in circulation, not that it's a bargain or undervalued. It's easy to get fooled by a tiny price tag, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Many new investors chase after cheap-looking tokens, hoping for a 1000x return, but they often ignore the massive supply behind those coins. This is a common trap that leads to disappointment. The reality is, the more tokens there are, the less each one is worth unless demand skyrockets. Supply and demand always work together to determine value. It's like comparing a $300 stock with 1 billion shares to a $3 stock with 100 million shares. The higher price doesn't mean more value. What matters is the total value of all shares or tokens combined. For Shiba Inu or any crypto, market cap is the only fair way to compare assets and set realistic expectations. It levels the playing field and helps you see the true scale of each project. A $5 billion market cap is $5 billion, whether the token is $50 or $0.05. The price per token is just a piece of the puzzle. Focusing on market cap keeps your analysis grounded in reality, not hype or wishful thinking. It's a tool that helps you cut through the noise. It's the key to making smarter, more mature investment decisions. And it's the number that truly matters when comparing any crypto asset. To truly understand SHIB's price, you first have to understand its supply and why it's so different from other cryptocurrencies. Shiba Inu launched with a mind-boggling 1 quadrillion tokens, a number so huge it's almost impossible to visualize. That's a 1 followed by 15 zeros, making it one of the largest supplies in crypto history. Half of that supply was sent to Ethereum's Vitalik Buterin, who shocked the crypto world by burning 90% of it. This single act removed about 41% of all SHIB tokens from circulation forever, making it one of the largest burns ever. But even after this historic burn, there are still hundreds of trillions of tokens left in the ecosystem, which is still an enormous amount by any standard. As of February 2026, the circulating supply is around 589 trillion tokens, an amount that dwarfs the total supply of most other coins. With so many tokens in play, Even a tiny price increase requires billions of dollars in new capital to move the price noticeably. This is a key challenge for SHIB's growth. Each SHIB token is just a tiny piece of a massive pie, representing a fraction of the total supply. That's why comparing SHIB's price to Bitcoin or Ethereum is misleading. Bitcoin's max supply is 21 million, Ethereum's is about 120 million, while SHIB's is nearly 5 million times larger than ETH's. The scale is completely different. This enormous supply is the main reason for SHIB's low price per token, and the biggest factor in its future potential. It shapes how investors should think about price predictions. Understanding this math is crucial for any investor who wants to make informed decisions about SHIB or similar tokens. It frames every conversation about price targets, market cap, and what's realistically possible for Shiba Inu's future. The dream of SHIB hitting 1 cent is everywhere, but let's do the math. With 589 trillion tokens, a 1 cent price would mean a $5.89 trillion market cap. For context, Apple's market cap is about $3 trillion, and the entire crypto market peaked at $3 trillion. For SHIB to reach 1 cent, it would need to be worth more than Apple and the entire crypto market combined. That would require trillions in new investment. A shift bigger than anything crypto has ever seen. Instead of asking, when will SHIB hit 1 cent? Ask what could possibly bring in nearly $6 trillion. A more realistic goal is to look at percentage growth in market cap. A 100% increase is already a huge challenge. This keeps expectations grounded in reality, not fantasy. Burning tokens, removing them from circulation, is a hot topic in the SHIB community. While billions of tokens have been burned, the supply is still in the hundreds of trillions. Burning a few billion tokens is like taking a bucket of water from the ocean. For burns to truly impact price, trillions, not billions, would need to be destroyed. For example, burning 10 billion SHIB is just 0.0017% of the total supply. At the current pace, meaningful supply reduction would take centuries. Burns do show community commitment and could matter more if automated and scaled up. But for now, the massive existing supply is still the dominant factor. Investors should see burns as a sign of engagement, not a quick path to higher prices. SHIB's value isn't just about supply, it's also about development and sentiment. The team is working to turn SHIB from a meme coin into a real decentralized ecosystem, with Shibarium as a key milestone. Shibarium aims to make transactions faster and cheaper, potentially boosting SHIB's utility. The Shiba army is one of crypto's most active communities, driving hype and short-term price spikes. But hype alone isn't enough. Sustained growth needs real utility and investor confidence. SHIB remains a top 20 crypto by market cap, but faces fierce competition from thousands of other projects. To grow, SHIB must attract new investors and deliver on its roadmap. Technical issues or lack of real-world use could hurt confidence. Ultimately, long-term value will come from real development, not just social media buzz. Looking ahead, SHIB's future depends on two paths. In a bearish scenario, its huge supply and weak market could keep prices flat or falling. Without a major new catalyst, SHIB's market cap may stagnate as attention shifts elsewhere. A bullish scenario would need a game-changing event, like Shibarium powering millions of daily transactions or a global partnership making SHIB a real-world payment option. Only something this big could bring in the billions needed to move the needle. Realistically, the next few weeks will likely see SHIB's price follow Bitcoin and overall market trends. Short-term rallies or dips are possible, but lasting growth depends on real progress and utility. The big question, will SHIB's future be shaped by slow, steady supply reduction, or by a sudden, explosive catalyst? The answer is still unwritten. Here at Crypto Insider, we'll keep watching SHIB's journey, because understanding its supply and utility is the key to its future.